Hey guys, coming here with a man bun. Getting really tired of my hair getting in my face. Currently breaking out because the stress is happening. As some of you may know, that I went in to go get checked. I got some medical issues going on with me right now. Basically, I have been consistently eating broth. Been drinking broth and crackers. I lost a good 10 pounds. I haven't really cleaned my apartment. I haven't been to work for almost 2 weeks. I don't know if I still have the job itself. Every time I call out sick, I get yelled at pretty much, and a lot is happening with that. And when I went to go check in with the doctors, he basically, he wanted to do blood work but couldn't, because I told him I don't have money. And he's like, okay, well, let's just run like a typical, let me check your stomach. He realized I have high pain tolerance. He told me to exhale or inhale deeply and then exhale completely. And then like he put his hands kind of underneath my ribcage in a way. And he's like, you should have been like, ugh. And I'm like, I kind of wanted to do that, but I didn't want to interrupt what you're doing. And he's like, that's kind of a high pain tolerance. And he listens to my stomach. He listened to everything. I end up being on medicine now, based on the fact that I've been having number 2, like liquid number 2, just literally water coming out of me, and slowly becoming dehydrated. They did what do you call it? They did an IV on me to basically nourish me. I was severely dehydrated. I didn't have any fluids in me. I couldn't hold fluids in me. Still right now that I can't. He came out saying that it could be irritable bowel movements. It could be Crohn's disease. It could be gastritis. It could be stomach ulcers. He's like, most likely it sounds like stomach ulcers than anything, because he's like, I feel like every time we talk about your employment, you're severely stressed about it. I'm like, yeah, it's not a healthy environment. I've counted in my phone. I document it every time I get, like, I don't know, quote unquote, I wouldn't say yelled at, but like just basically people raising their voice at me. I counted one day, like the highest level was 23 times from coworkers. No matter what I did, what I do, no matter how many times I justify it, constantly arguing, not arguing, but just being told like, you can't do that, like over and over and over again. And then they go and do it themselves. Another problem I had when I was trying to explain to him, I was like, I don't understand, and it's still flabbergasting, and it still makes me weirded out by the situation, is that I'm on the other side of the kitchen, and they'll ask a question that they can look for themselves. And so when I actually stood up for myself and said, before you ask me a question, ask yourself that question first. So say, for instance, this one case was, where's the sandwiches? And they walked all over there to the dish pit, grabbed me out of the dish pit, because I'm in a dish pit now. And they're like, where's the sandwiches? Well, what does one do when you want to look for sandwiches? You look in the fridge. So what made me really upset is that it kept happening over and over again. Finally, I just turned and like, okay, one thing I want to tell you guys is that before you ask me a question, ask yourself the question first. Ask, where are the sandwiches? What can I do to find those sandwiches? Like, just talking about it just gets me a little stressed. So, I end up having severe upchuck problems. I've been puking every now and then. Today is actually the first day, knock on wood, first day that nothing has came out. And I think it's because in myself, I feel like it's just time for me not to be part of the crew there. However, I'm still checking in with my manager, which my manager is not checking in with me, which I think is kind of bizarre in my brain. But yeah, it's just that's high stress levels. And usually I'm really good in dealing with like high stress levels, unprofessionalism, if you will, and issues and everything. I can handle that. But this time it's just like bad. Like, to me, it's bad. Like, I went in, got sent home by the DNS, and I got shamed for it. And I'm like, why am I being shamed for something that has no control or power over this? Like, she told me, you have a fever. Yesterday I had a fever. Today I kind of slightly feel in and out. The fever could have been caused by, me just up checking all the time. She sent me home based on the fact that I had diarrhea and within 24 hours I have been up checking and having diarrhea. So right now I feel a little better. I ate some noodles to kind of give me something solid because I've been just basically drinking liquids. I feel a little better. I'm on meds, so like I said earlier, number 2 is not running liquidly now. It's just solid. But the color is very concerning. He did tell me that if something more happens, or if it increases, and it hasn't slowed down anything of going, either way, go directly in the ER. Go in and get that done. He really wanted to do blood work, and he's like, I think you need to find a primary doctor. So, that's my quest. I don't know if my insurance is still on. I don't know if I'm still an employee at that place. I'm not getting a solid answer. I'll figure out probably tomorrow morning. I'm going to get a phone call saying that, whatever. So I'm currently looking for a job, and I told myself once I move into this apartment, and this was like a year ago, if you will, once I move into this apartment, I want to look for a job that's on this side of the river where I can actually walk to work. So I've been looking for kitchens around here that I can apply for, debating about applying for my old job, which just sucks because when you go back to this particular old job, you kind of start from the bottom up, which is fine. I can, as long as I'm working. And it's really close to home. It's actually walking distance. So it's really good. I want to get back to doing that and start paying my bills and stuff like that because I'm kind of behind on rent and electricity. That's kind of because I mean, what really is making me feel to hold on to this current job that I'm in right now is the pay, and that's it. And the insurance are fairly cheap, but I can get insurance somewhere else, and the pay shouldn't hold me back there. And plus, it's really bad. It's a rotated job, so it's 4 on 2 off. So I don't really have. Every week is a different day off, and it's off by 1 day throughout the week, and so it's difficult to plan things, to do things. It's also 2 closers and then 2 openers, or should I do the other way around? 2 openers, which is very difficult for me to get home on a certain time and then wake up and stand up at the train station to get into town and wait forever. A lot of times the max doesn't show up like the time it's supposed to, and I get there late and I get yelled at for it. Something that's out of my hands. I mean, me and like a whole handful of people will be standing at that station. So it's just things are like tallying up, and I'm like, you know what? No. And like talking about it right now makes me feel bad. And one thing I should really promise to myself is follow my intuition. I should really look into my intuition. I should really believe that this is not a good environment. So like I told my friends, don't worry, I can always find a job. I have enough skills underneath me to finesse a job out of something. It's a matter of getting there. That's the issue. So, besides that, I think a little bit of anxiety and depression is coming in a little bit. So, my kitchen where we're at right now is so filthy. Dishes have been in the sink for almost 5 days. Haven't really got the courage to get up and do it, but I should. I've got some food in me. I feel like it's solid inside my stomach and it's not moving. My stomach's not churning. My stomach's not on fire or anything. I really need to clean this. Also, I need to do paperwork about rental agreements and stuff like that. So that's a little. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with my hair. It's like my little man bun or man ponytail, and it's kind of sticking out here, but my hair is really long. I'll show you guys the reason why I kind of keep it in the ponytail. It's getting back to longness right there, so I don't know if I want to trim it and grow it out. Don't know, but my hair is kind of greasy because I haven't took a shower in a day, which is really bad. I usually take showers first thing when I wake up, but today, not so. I'm gonna put it back in the ponytail. Look how ridiculous I look. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing okay. I know I haven't posted on here for a little bit. Kind of just going through that, so I thought I'd give you guys a little update on my health, what's going on with me. But so far, medicine's working. So far, everything's working. I just need to hold things down for a couple more days before I actually feel a lot better about myself, and try to make myself feel better, because I don't feel at all. Don't feel good. So keep your prayers up for me. Till then, guys, thank you for watching, subscribing. Thank you for being dedicated and being here and being with me at this point. Peace.